Hey everyone, TJ here, and welcome back to Wuthering Vibes, your one-stop spot for everything Wuthering Waves and beyond. Today, we're diving deep into all the juicy content dropping in patch 2.6, from new characters, weapons, echoes, and maps, to a huge new feature that's going to change the way we explore the world. If you're even a little bit hyped for what's coming next, make sure you stick around till the end. Trust me, there's a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. First up, patch 2.6 is giving us not one, but two 5-star resonators. Both of these characters were introduced to us back in version 2.4, and now they're finally making their playable debut. In Phase 1, we're getting Augusta, an Electro Broadblade user who quite literally brings the heat. She represents the sun, and everything about her, from her visual design to her animations, screams celestial power. Her signature weapon is just as flashy, with a base attack of 675, which is currently the highest in the game. However, it balances out with a crit rate main stat of only 12.1%, the lowest we've seen so far. Here's what her weapon does. It boosts attack by 12%, and when you use an intro skill or resonance skill, your heavy attack damage goes up by 20% for 15 seconds. Plus, when you gain a shield, your heavy attacks ignore 7% of enemy defense, stacking up to 5 times and refreshing every 0.5 seconds. She sounds like an absolute monster in shield comps. Now on to Phase 2, where we're getting her counterpart, Iuno, an arrow gauntlet user who embodies the moon. Her weapon is circular, like a chakra or a defensive shield. Really cool design that contrasts Augusta's perfectly. Iuno's weapon has a base attack of 500, but makes up for it with a crazy 36% crit rate main stat. It gives 12% attack, and when you use an intro skill or resonance liberation, your resonance liberation damage increases by 20% for 15 seconds. With a shield, your liberation ignores 7% defense, also stackable up to 5 times. To sum up, Phase 1 banners are Augusta and returning 5-star Carlotta, whereas Phase 2 banners are Iuno and returning 5-star Shakona. Also, very quickly I am going to show you the upcoming new weapons introduced in this patch for the Battle Pass. You may pause the video and see all the stats they provide for your resonator. Honestly, I think they are decent, not too shabby. What do you think? Let's talk about exploration next, because yes, we're getting a brand new map area. While the leaks and pictures are already available online, I cannot show them here yet. These leaks and info suggest that it's almost the size of Septimont, if not even larger. This new area is collectively known as Sanguis Plateaus, and is divided into 10 distinct areas. This patch is seriously doubling down on open-world content, and with a new region comes new enemies, echoes, echo sets, and of course, loot. Time for echoes. This patch is bringing in a massive update to the ecosystem, including 3 brand new echoes, 2 new sets, and a bunch of reskinned phantoms. Let's start with the new 4-cost echo, False Sovereign, or King. It's part of a new set called Crown of Valor, but more on that later. When used this echo skill, the echo dashes forward to deal 74.25% electro damage 4 times. If you slot this in your main slot, you get a 12% electro damage buff and 12% heavy attack damage boost. It's going to be best in slot for Augusta. The second big one is Lady of the Sea, which many of you might remember from the end of the 2.4 story quest. This one deals 202.5% arrow damage, hitting 10 times with a massive tidal storm. It grants 12% arrow damage bonus and 25% resonance liberation damage when used in the main slot. It's going to be the best in slot for Iuno. We're also getting a new 3-cost echo called Chorosaurus from the Flaming Claw print echo set. This one hits with 273.6% fusion damage, and when in the main slot, gives you 12% fusion damage and 20% echo skill damage. Great for burst builds. And then we have the Phantom Echo variants for the following: Fallacy of No Return, Nightmare Morning Axe, Violet Feathered Heron, Cyan Feathered Heron, Impermanence Heron, Carasaur, Gullpuff Chirpuff. All of them come with their own unique visuals and mechanics, so farming is about to get really interesting again. Let's quickly break down the 2 new Echo sets, which are both 3-piece sets by the way. First is Crown of Valor. When you gain a shield, it increases your attack by 6% and crit damage by 4% for 4 seconds. This can trigger once every 0.5 seconds and stack up to 5 times. Next echo set is Law of Harmony. Upon casting an echo skill, it grants 8% echo skill damage to the whole team and 5% heavy attack damage to the user for 30 seconds, which can be stacked up to 4 times. And it doesn't stop there. We've got a bunch of features and QOL changes coming in, starting with the biggest one. Alright, this one's huge. Flight is coming to Jinju and Black Shores. Finally, this feature was first introduced back in 2.0, and now it's finally expanding beyond the wilds. While there's still some uncertainty, rumors suggest that flight may be tied to an event and might be temporary at first, but there's a good chance the devs will make it permanent if the player feedback is positive. Either way, we're getting aerial exploration, and that alone is super exciting. Map tracking has been added for certain collectibles in Jinzhou. Loot Mapper now covers a larger search radius, making treasure hunting way more efficient. A new Collect All Rewards button for events, finally. The Tower of Adversity hub is expanding with 2 new floors, and minor improvements are being made to Whimpering Wastes. New graphic settings, interactive environment, and foliage. Fade out, both toggleable depending on your device's performance needs, is being added into the game. Quite an interesting bunch of features, right? And last but not the least, version 2.6 special broadcast has been announced for 16th August 2025, so mark your calendars so you don't miss it. Before we wrap up, just a quick heads up for the future patches. Chuyuan and Galbrina will be coming in version 2.7. Chisa and Buling are set for version 2.8, so if any of those are on your wish list, plan your Astrites accordingly. And just a reminder, version 2.8 will mark the end of the Rena Sita chapter, as our heroes Rover and Abby will move on to a new nation, which is rumored to be futuristic, cyberpunk-inspired, and home to the new Federation. And yes, the cyberpunk. Edgerunners collab, happening in 2026, is still in the pipeline for that region, which is rumored to be in version 3.4, which will be falling during mid-2026. So yeah, Wuthering Waves 2.6 is shaping up to be one of the most content-packed updates we've had in a while. From sun and moon resonators to flight, echoes, new regions, and future storyline teases, this patch has it all. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for latest updates, and let me know in the comments, what are you most hyped about? Is it Augusta, Iuno, flying around Jinzhou, or maybe the cyberpunk future? My name is TJ, you're watching Wuthering Vibes, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.